Peace, y'all. It's your boy ActionFiggySkinny here again with another quick hit review. And today we've got, finally, what I have is the last figure I've decided to review in this wave. Must be boys telling me to put this out first. I might put this out last. We'll see. But I know that I was thoroughly impressed with this character in the movie. I finally saw it. The other two figures was before I saw the movie. I saw the movie up to this point. We have today, without further ado and all the excitement, the MVP of this movie after Sue Storm. We have Shalla-Bal Silver Surfer today. This fig looks great. A lot of people were hating on this character and hating on the depiction of this character when they first announced her as being a female Silver Surfer. But then until you see the movie and you kind of see how it kind of, you know, fit in with a different universe, we got Shalla-Bal, which is known as Norrin Radd's girlfriend in the original 616, but here in 828, she is the original Silver Surfer. And we are not going to wait, man. Without further ado, we about to see what's in this box. Chill. And for those of you who care about the box like that, it comes with this great Marvel Studios Fantastic Four First Steps logo. On the side, we have a picture of Shalla-Bal Silver Surfer and the Silver Surfer writing. On the back, we have a picture of Silver Surfer on her surfboard. And on the side, we have a bigger picture of Silver Surfer on her surfboard. The top has the Fantastic Four logo. The bottom has legalese. All that good stuff. Let's get into this thing. Chill. And here she is fresh out the package. I really like this fig. I really, based on just after seeing the movie, I really think this is a really cool figure. I mean, there's nothing crazy in terms of the articulation here, but I mean, the deco that is super basic is super nice. The face looks a lot like the actress that portrays Silver Surfer in the film. I believe her name is Julie Garner, but I mean, it could be completely wrong. Y'all correct me in the comments below. She does come with your standard normal female articulation / base model. So she comes with, you know, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, everything's pinless. Things are cool here. It's more or less just the take on the character that we're appreciative for, and that's kind of why I'm here, and that's why I got this fig, because it's like, it's a different take on Silver Surfer. So this could blend in with your comic book, this can blend in with your MCU. These niggas are making way too much noise with their loud ass feet upstairs, so it's pissing me off. I love the depiction of this character. The great thing about this character and the way that they have this other depiction of it is that you can blend this in with your comic book shelf, you can blend this in with MCU, you could just put this in Elseworlds, you could put this fig anywhere, and which is why I was very much excited for this figure over all the other ones out of the entire wave. This Silver Surfer, in terms of deco, the paint is regular. You just got silver, it's marbleized silver, nothing too crazy. You don't get any kind of see-through effects, which I thought would have been a little bit cool, but I get why they didn't do that. And yeah, minimalistic accessories, though I think it's the most accessories out of the entire wave. I think her and Sue come with the most stuff. This girl, she comes with the 2 fists on her hand, 2 open hands, and a gripping hand for the surfboard. She also comes with a nice platform for her surfboard and her surfboard. So we'll get into the accessories and a little bit more detail in the next segment. After that, I'm going to go and get into articulation, comparisons, and then I'll give you all my final thoughts. This is going to be a quick hit, nothing too crazy, but yeah, thank y'all for watching. Be sure, you know, while you continue to like this video, because likes help the channel and helps your boy get a little bit closer to purchasing a home so I can get the hell up out of this goddamn apartment, if you know what I'm saying. Well, it's not even an apartment. I'm like, anyway, all to say, thank y'all for going and liking this video immediately, and yeah, continue checking it out. But I'll be back with some of those accessories to tell y'all what we've been cooking with. Cheer. So, in terms of accessories, as I mentioned before, she does come with 2 open hands that we've seen many times before. I'm going to go ahead and put this on manual so I can just focus up on those. So yeah, she comes with 2 open hands. I wish she came with power effects. That would have been cool, but she doesn't really show off too much of her like cosmic power, so I get why they didn't really include those. She has this gripping hand for the board. Also, these were I guess they got these schematics way before the movie was ready, so they only have the basic like looks, or even like far advanced. Speaking of which, while I'm here and before I get into that, I want to talk about the Thing figure for a bit. I gave this a rating based on what the fig looked like, but I realized that he never actually appeared like this in the movie whatsoever. He had boots on the entire time. The only time he was shirtless was at the beginning of the movie when he was pulling that ship out of the water, and that was it. The entire time he wore a sweater and he had boots. So this hit is inaccurate. He loses points for that, but it's still an okay figure, kind of cool. Wish he had butterfly joints. Wish he was a little bit bigger. That being said, get him out of the way. Back to her. So yeah, she comes with this gripping hand for the board that I'm going to test on a fig, show you what that looks like. She comes with the surfboard that has like this great like grainy detail to it, so you can always kind of tell it came from space. It's not just regular flat silver plastic like the other surfboards. This one has like angle, and it gets like thicker to thinner, you know what I mean? Like it's a very, very, very nice board. And then she also comes with this effect that is like crazy. This is very close to when she was surfing on the lava that was in Galactus's ship, so you could kind of simulate that, or her kind of being surfing near the sun. All this very cool. I like. And that's really it for accessories. Let's go ahead and show her with her accessories, at least the hand switch, and see what she looks like on top of that surfboard. Chill, let's go ahead. Here she is with the 2 open hands, and yeah, those look pretty cool, you know. Guess you can do some like arm raised poses with these. It looks all right. And then we're gonna go ahead and put that gripping hand in there that goes in the gripping, I believe it's a right hand. So we're just gonna take that off, and we're gonna pop on that right hand here like such, and there you go. Now let's get her on this board, right? So she only has 1 foot peg for the board, but then once you get her on, right, you could probably, like, I want to see how, you know what I mean? Because you could definitely get her down onto this thing, which a lot of people would like, you know what I mean? Definitely get her down, and then have her like gripping the board. But then I don't know how they kind of plan on doing this. Is this like a, again, if you're watching this and you're wondering, gee, Skinny, how you doing all this? I'm trying to figure this out as I go. So I don't know how you would necessarily, I'm also trying to do this without breaking the fig, right? But would she be on her knees on the board while gripping it? Is this a good look for it? I'm not exactly sure. I just know that like it was gonna take some time, but you know, here's okay. First of all, let's just look down. So that's what that looks like. And then to get her, let's put Sue's arms down. And then to get her on the surfboard without it looking crazy, right? Because you just want it to look like as natural as possible without looking crazy. Wanted to be able to do this. Want to be able to, oh, I didn't want to pop her head off or anything, because you can't really, you know, get too much movement for the head. So you really got, and then if she had the advanced ab crunch, that would have worked better. But like the thing about these foot pegs, they're cool, but like they don't do the most justice. So I don't really want to use that at all, to be honest. Trying to get that to work. That's her on the surfboard, and you can kind of get, you know, an idea of it. But you also want to get those like crazy dynamic poses that she would have benefited having the other gripping or the other ab crunch. But that's her on the surfboard, which looks okay. I'm probably gonna have to work on these poses, but yeah. And that's her with her surfboard accessory, and that's with the flight stand or flight platform or platform accessory that it comes with. I'm still working on dope poses for it, and then we'll get that into the posing session there at the ending. I'm going to try to include more of that, some little posing sessions of these figs, so you guys get an idea of what they can do and, you know, how they look when they get into some dynamic. I don't like using the word dynamic poses, but dynamic poses. All to say, let's go ahead and get into articulation, and you know, get into comparisons after that. Alright, so articulation wise, this fig is not the best female body, but it's like close to. At least it has double jointed elbows and knees to kind of like give us some sort of modern articulation. But in terms of certain things that hinder it, this torso does not allow it to go forward enough. It should have had the second, you know, body, oh my gosh, ab crunch. It should have had the second ab crunch that we're now seeing on newer figures. I don't see why they wouldn't include it with this. This kind of just looks like the Joe Costa figure without the, you know, full thickness of that Joe Costa body. In terms of head movement, she doesn't look up too much because the hair does hinder, but she does look down quite a bit, which is great. As I mentioned, arms go out and up, no butterfly joints, but nothing like that was really needed on this. And you can see the double jointed elbows there that are also pinless. Ab crunch forward, abysmal, like nothing. And that's would have been great to have her for the gripping for the boards, at least so she could crunch down and get more, you know, deep in those poses. Going back though, it's okay, but still nothing great. They just need to stop using this diaphragm, this torso, that bottom torso. Stop using it. Don't use anything unless it has that secondary ab crunch. The Black Widow body, that should be standard right now. Don't know why they're still dropping these. In terms of leg movement, she goes up, doesn't go back too much, but she can kick out. You know what I mean? Double jointed knees, kicks up, and foot articulation is normal with no toy joints, but essentially that is your standard kind of like newer or older female body, just with updated arms and legs that are pinless. It's cool, little lazy, would have liked to seen it better, but hey, this is what we're getting. And yeah, it's a standard figure. It's okay. For the $34 price point, I would have liked more. But the fact that they gave us not just the board, but a platform stand for the board, they could have just given us a board and called it George. I'm happy with it. And I'm actually happy with this accessory here instead of like cosmic power effects, which would be same reused power effects that we've seen for most figures throughout this time. So yeah, I'm not too bad and upset with this. I just wish it had more of an ab crunch so it can get deeper into those floor poses for the surfboard, because when you see the way she's moving on her surfboard in the movie and then you get this fig, you're like, okay, yeah, I could kind of try to redo some of those and recapture some of those shots, but you're not really gonna get like the best out of it because of the ab crunch and the lack of articulation in certain spots that are needed. So that's my take on it. All to say, let's go ahead and get into comparisons now, and then after that I'll give you my final thoughts. Chill. Comparison Garrison. Okay, so we're going to keep this quick and simple. Not too many figures I need to compare her to because, oh no, since I'll be blending her with my comic book figs, I'm going to go and compare her with the MCU Fantastic Four and the comic book Fantastic Four figs that I do have on hand. Like I mentioned before, there'll be no comparisons to another Silver Surfer just because, why? Just why? And if you want to see that, go ahead to check somebody else. But you can check me because I do things that I want over here. And you guys like that. So yeah. All right. First things first, we're going to go with the MVP, the Ring General of the movie, Sue Storm. Sue Storm is so badass in this movie. I can totally understand how most men are going to be falling in love with her once they meet her, because Sue Storm is badass. She had Mole Man in the palm of her hand. Very, very sick. I like how these guys are the same height. Very cool. Sue Storm, Vanessa Kirby killed it. I didn't even think she was that cool of an actress, but after this movie, really thoroughly liking her and everything that she brings. Next up, we have the inaccurate Ben Grimm thing. Yeah, we have the inaccurate Ben Grimm thing, but these guys also look very, very good together. Super dope. Like the way they look. They're advanced. Super sick. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and get into some comic book comparisons. So let's do that. Comic book wise, we're going to go ahead and put her up against comic book Reed Richards, which is, this is the first Walgreens exclusive Reed Richards, and I believe next to Invisible Woman. Again, she blends in. Looks dope, right? So these two look really, really cool. We're going to go ahead and put her up against Wolverine and Spider-Man from the Fantastic Four 2-pack. These two look really great together. I think that's dope. Let's go ahead and put her up against the comic book thing. Ooh, I don't want to knock her over. Comic book thing, which is still, this figure still goes, right? Like, this fig still goes. I don't care what anybody says. So comic book thing, and then we have the comic book first issued Walgreens exclusive Human Torch, which I haven't taken out of a flight position in years, but that's what these two look like together, and it's super cool. Very, very cool. For issues, shits and giggles, we're going ahead. I'm going to compare her next to Herbie. Herbie came with the Invisible Woman. That Walgreens exclusive fig, and it was very cool to get this guy. He has decent articulation for a small robot fig, so I think that looks good. And next we're gonna go and put her up against Valeria and Franklin Richards. So these are the two fantastic children. These are later on looks of them from the, this is what, not Hickman's run, but after Hickman runs. So this is during, it could be Dan Slott. This would be Dan Slott's run, I think. And this is circa 2020, around Cocoa at X-Men. So they were in the black and blue suits. So this is around 2020, 2021, when Franklin was like dubbed not a mutant, even though he was always a mutant, but now he's not a mutant and it's weird. Or he is a mutant. I don't know. All to say, this is where that fig comes from. And this is what Silver Surfer Shalla-Bal looks like next to them. So yeah, this is great. Any other comparisons I want to get into? Lastly, last but not least, I think we'll leave it at that. Yeah, we're good with that. Maybe I'll bring in one more. Yeah, let's go ahead. One last one, just because everyone's thinking this is a good one. Don't want to knock too many things over, but go ahead and put her up against Maximum Hulk. He's towering over her, and that looks great. But yeah, it's Shalla-Bal and all her goodness. Super good, super great. I'm digging this fig. Let's get into my final thoughts, yo. Final thoughts. This fig, I'm not even gonna, talk too much, but it gets to like a 7 out of 10. I wish the ab crunch and the torso were much better to get her into more dynamic poses. Otherwise, other than that, accessories are good. Paint's good because there isn't much of it. The hands that she comes with are cool. The board is cool. Like, I really like the surfboard. The head sculpt is cool. Maybe more of a, no, she doesn't express herself much, so there was no need for another head sculpt. Everything's pretty dope. Everything's pretty dope about this fig. So yeah, solid 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5. If you like this video, please go ahead and like it and subscribe. You know, the likes help the channel. They help me get a little bit of advancement, get more views out to folk, and so on and so forth. And I'm not trying to drown and kill the algorithm. So this is Fantastic Four based. Hopefully you guys dig this. And yeah, if you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. As I mentioned before, check back for more reviews because I be dropping them every week, if not every 2 weeks, because things be coming in slow lately. It's summer, but once winter pick back up, then there should be more reviews coming. And yeah, thanks again for watching this video. Keep fit, have fun, keep collecting, go see Fantastic Four first steps. If you're thinking about it, if you're tired of Marvel movies or any of that, just go see this movie. They did the one job that they had to do, which was make a good Fantastic Four film. It's your boy, ActionFiggySkinny. I'm here every week. Check me out on IG. Check me out on Geek Cypher every Wednesday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. on Geek Cypher, the YouTube channel. And check me out here. I'll be doing live soon and getting into live shows because, I feel like I need to reconnect with you guys a little bit more. So I might just try to do a little live session once a week. So yeah, all to say, thank you guys for watching this video. Come back for the next one. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.